Welcome to my garage, and this is just for the lesson on capacitors. I thought I'd have a bit of a rummage and show you what's going on here. So these are some capacitors. These are 470 nanofarad electrolytic capacitors, and they've got the negative side labelled there. They're just a can, and inside is exactly as you'd expect from any capacitor. You've got two sheets of metal separated by an insulator, or also called a dielectric, and this is all rolled up inside here to maximize on the space. They all come in all sorts of different varieties. So these ones are coaxial, so you've got a lead coming out of both ends, but again, for these are electrolytic, so it's important that you get one end connected to the negative side and one end connected to the positive side. And these fellas here, I think these are, I can't remember what they're made of, polyester or something. They're much lower in their capacity, but you can see they've still got two legs. And these do not require plugging in a certain direction. They work both one way and the other. And then finally, this drawer got just a real random selection of all kinds of capacitors, all sorts of old things stripped from various devices, and they'll probably still be here when I die. They'll probably never be used, but there we go. So there we go, that's a disc ceramic capacitor, and I don't know if you can see what that 220 nanofarads. Anyway, so quite small. Alright, so these things, they consist of two metal sheets separated by an insulator, and they've got some interesting characteristics. They're able to store charge, is what their job really is to do. And just to give us an idea of some of the starters on the process of understanding these devices, I've got one of them here now. I've got it attached to the positive and the negative rail, and I've got the voltmeter set to be 12 volts, just over 12 volts, and this is an ammeter. At the moment it's turned off, and it's set up like this because what I want you to have a look at is the way that the current varies with time when I turn this on. So I'm going to turn this on, and you can see that you get a starting current of, say, 60 milliamps, and then rapidly it falls right down to this small value here. Now, I am not convinced that this is actually measuring correctly, because it's measuring 6 milliamps. It's like a very tiny leakage current. It should really fall down to zero, but I think that's probably a systematic error. Alright, so what it's showing you is that to start with, the capacitor takes quite a big current, and then once charge builds up on the plates, it falls off down to nothing, essentially, once it's fully charged.